pretty common and annoying problem is when your deadbolt will not latch without you pushing or pulling your door. Let me show you how to easily solve this issue. So before you really get started and doing any sort of adjustment on the strike plate, what you want to make sure is that your door hinges are all tight, or at least the screws are. You can usually do that by grabbing onto the door, and if you feel play between the hinge and the door or the hinge and the jamb, you need to tighten those. So you're going to go through and just with a Phillips head, I would prefer a screwdriver. If you use an electric drill, sometimes you'll strip these out. So these are all tight, so I am ready to adjust that strike plate and get the deadbolt lined up and easy to close. Again, you might find yourself in a situation where you're adjusting these screws and they're stripped out. So you can't really get it tight, whether that's on the door side or the jamb side. So to address that, what you would do is just go down to your local home improvement store, or you'll find a link in the description, and get yourself a pack like this. Relatively inexpensive, about $1.50 or $2, and that's going to give you 1 inch, number 9 1-inch screws, which is what you have here. Often not enough, especially for a heavy exterior door, but it'll also give you some 2 1/4 inch screws. The 2 1/4 are nice because they'll actually go through this jamb and it will bite into the 2x4 that is behind the jamb and give you a much more secure hold on this door. Once all that is secure, you feel confident that your door is properly adjusted. Now I'll show you how to adjust the strike plate to get your deadbolts lined up. So you can use caulk, or here I'm using just some thread sealant. You can even use something out of the kitchen like frosting, something sticky that will stick to the end of your deadbolt. And you want to cover the entire end of the deadbolt, including especially all the edges. So once you have it completely covered, retract the deadbolt and then close the door in the natural state. Do not push or pull it, just have it closed. And then try to close that deadbolt, which you should get the interference that we're trying to address here. So now you'll see a small amount of the thread sealant, in this case, on the left-hand side of the strike plate. All you will need is a simple hand file, and what we want to remove is just the material where we see that interference. So you'll file in one direction, just taking nice, simple, individual one-directional files, not going back and forth like a saw. I'm working up and down the left side just to kind of even everything out, even though the interference was more on the lower end of the strike plate. Now once all of the white sealant is gone, which indicated the interference, you can now try to close the door, and it works. So now problem is solved. Right, so now you should be good to go. With a little filing on that strike plate, you usually can get that deadbolt to easily latch. A lot easier fix than most people think. Now if you had, when you put the caulk on there and you saw how much interference you had between the deadbolt itself and the strike plate, if you had a lot of material to remove, just one tip, they do make these, they're kind of pretty wicked looking. So it's a burr file, and you put it into your cordless drill, and that can really make fast work of taking off a little bit more meat on that strike plate if needed. So this is what I use on a lot of my rental properties, because this is actually an issue that comes up pretty often. So if that's interesting to you, I'll put that link in the description too. And it'll make the job much easier. If you're just doing it once, a file is going to be fine. The only other thing before we cut off is do be aware the strike plate often is the only thing that separates you from an intruder getting in your home. So a standard strike plate often only has 1-inch wood screws. So you see on the movies, somebody comes and kicks in the door, kicks right at the deadbolt, and the door flies open. That is not Hollywood. That actually can happen if you only have these 1-inch screws in your strike plate. It doesn't hold very well. It's only holding into the jamb, and it's pretty easy to kick in. So just the first level of defense would be even a simple security strike plate like this, which gives you much longer screws, and then also it gives you an additional piece of metal there to make for a more secure hold between your deadbolt and the door jamb itself. If that is of interest to you, I'm actually going to install this, just a little bit more security for our home. So there's a video right here, and then that will walk you through how to easily install one of these kits and make for a more secure exterior door. So thanks for tuning in, appreciate it. Hopefully it helped you out. Don't forget to give us a like if this video helped you out, and subscribe to our channel because we have weekly videos coming out that will help you with your everyday home repairs. Take care.